Hello. The planned reform on workers' compensation is going to be catastrophic for workers. I am personally so very grateful to the New South Wales Nurses Association for all their support they've given me since my injury 5 years ago. I studied nursing at UTS and signed up with the Nurses Association the same day I registered. I'm so glad I did. I injured my back at work 4 months into my new grad year while assisting in the resuscitation of a patient, and what started was a journey to hell and back. Initially, I felt disbelief at being injured. I was very young and felt invincible. After submitting a claim for workers' comp, I called the union and was immediately given advice.
I've got singles.
Dealing with the insurance company was traumatic, and from that first call to the union, my case has been looked after and guided through this process. Life has been incredibly difficult as I've had to relearn how my body moves and functions. I've been through multiple medical procedures and 4 spinal surgeries in the last 5 years. At every step, the insurer has resisted paying for treatment. The insurer sent me for 3 independent medical examinations at great expense to them and inconvenience and discomfort to me. This caused a delay in starting treatment. The outcomes of my first 2 spinal surgeries were not successful, and I ended up needing to have a spinal fusion, which I had hoped to avoid. Waking up from fusion surgery, you're immediately aware that you're in hell. Every sensation in your body burns and the agony is almost indescribable. The first couple of days you pray for death, as it has got to be a better experience than the one that you're having. Whenever the nurses turned me, I could hear somebody screaming, and it wasn't until later that my mum told me that that was me. I initially improved with the fusion, but then that petered off and I once again deteriorated. Fracture was found in the graft, and 11 months later I had my second fusion. I was 25 years old. I walk around all day, every day with pain, which rarely goes below a 5 out of 10. I manage it well, but I'm always conscious of it. In order to function as I do, I take multiple medications, and I've needed to adjust my way of life around this injury. My entire life has been this injury for a long time. Along this journey, my parents have had to pay for medications for me, scans, doctor's visits, and I'm still living at home. Without the support of my incredible family, I don't know how I would have managed. Yes, you do get reimbursed for what you spend. However, if you have an unsympathetic case manager at the insurance company, they can leave it 3 to 4 months to send the cheque out, by which time you're already 3 months behind. The way the proposed changes to workers' comp could turn out includes putting a 2.5-year limit on injured workers' rights. This is a frightening prospect. That means a worker such as myself, 2.5 years after my injury, all my support would suddenly be withdrawn. That means no more weekly payments and no more medical expenses. Given that I'm not currently working, who will help me survive? Will I end up on a disability pension, or will the financial burden be placed even harder on my family? That's not fair when I injured myself doing my job. The current system is not perfect. It is difficult enough trying to survive as it is. With the proposed changes, if these are put into place, it will be worse, much, much worse. What is your health worth to you, and what price can be placed on freedom within your own body, and the peace of mind that comes with knowing if you lose that freedom that you're protected? I, for one, feel so lucky to have such a great union.